Hello, everybody. This is Jack, and thanks so much for joining today's training. Today, we're going to learn something, but I think feel is expand your knowledge. So, in 2009, when I started my own local business, it was clear to me that in order to grow my local business, I needed to generate calls because calls leads to sales. But a lot of people, and confirm if you are also one, if you visit a store like a medical lab, you place first a call either to ask information or to book an appointment. Enter yes if that is you. Enter yes if before you go to the dentist, the orthodontist, the lawyer, any medical niche, any kind of high end niche, you're going to first place a call. Or you're going to look at Google what a good lawyer or a good medical lab is, a good dentist, a good orthodontist, a good doctor is, and you give them a call. So when you are a doctor, when you serve a doctor, when you serve a medical niche, your desire, your goal is to generate a lot of calls. And at that time in 2009, I was one of the 150 franchises, and I in the months before I called up the top 10 franchises, and they had one thing in common. They all did drive traffic, drive leads via the internet, and specifically via Google. There were two places. What really matters was the Google business profile listing. It changed over time with name, Google Maps, Google Plus, uh, and now back to Maps, and now it's Google Business Profile. It's all the same thing, and um, and the paid traffic, the Google Ads. Now it's called Google Ads. At that time was Google AdWords. So I decided to become good in Google Ads. I decided to buy those Google Ads for Dummies and all those and several, not all those, but several paid high end paid training. Now let's say not high end, let's say expensive, $1,000 training to learn Google Ads, and within 3 months within 3 months, we broke even. And I don't know how much you know about local businesses, but that's pretty good because as local business, you have all those fixed costs. You have the utility costs, you have the employee costs, you have the rent costs, you have the maintenance costs, and you get a big headache from all those costs because if make you make no 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 money and you still have those calls. So that's why they're called fixed costs. And within 3 months, after 3 months, we broke even. That means you get so much business that it pays the fixed cost, and that is huge. That is huge. Now here comes the even the more amazing story is within a year we became number three of 150 locations. Number three of all 150 locations. What did that mean? It not only changed our lab life, but it also was a big um, accelerator of my local business because all those locations they called us what we were doing, and we drove Google Ads, we drove paid traffic, and of course Google Maps and reviews. I really specialize in local marketing. Now, with all that experience, I try every Tuesday to share that with you. And why I'm sharing it with you? Because it is not hard to make money with digital marketing. You don't need to know a lot. You need only to know a few things. And with the tools I use in my own business and I share with you, you just have to use them and clone my what I'm doing. It is not more difficult than that. Some of you are even more successful than me. I have more clients. Some they have a few clients, and if you have no clients, you want to really pay attention what I'm sharing with you. And each training on Tuesday is for free. It was free in 2009, and it's still free in 2014. And I hope uh, we can do that for a long time since I want more people enjoying life and like Gary works only 4 hours per day. We all want that, correct? We all want only to work 4 hours per day. But here comes the thing what is even more surprisingly, it is very hard to become financially successful if you work for somebody else. Now, I'm not sure how I express this. I hope you got my point. So you always, if you work for somebody else, you make somebody else wealthy, at least potentially, but for sure not yourself. You can pay the bills, and that is fine. You don't have, you don't have the worries like a business owner. That is true. You probably don't need to work as hard as a business owner. That is true, but financially you live a modest life, and it is the price of the food every time when I go to a restaurant is just ridiculous. I don't know that people can still afford it. They do because those restaurants are full, but I don't understand it. What I want you to achieve is I want to achieve is that you work a few hours per day and get those monthly payments coming in and have enough time to enjoy life. That you, like Gary, only works 4 hours per day, probably in the morning, and have the afternoon and the night for yourself. And that is very realistic. So, what do you need to do that for? What do you need to do that for that? You need to deliver what business owners like to pay for. You need to deliver leads. You need to deliver customer. But there's one caveat to it. Even if you are good, you still want to have proof that your digital marketing is still working. You want to have a track record. You want to you want to um, you want to show that what you do works. And so I run into that problem. I run into that problem. I kind of had how do I know that your Google Ads works? And I started to use phone tracking numbers. And there was another reason why I did that. The other reason was that Google, even at that time, was charging every month, every year, every time more money because they want to keep those stockholders happy. At the time, 10 years ago, Google was about you. Now it's about you and them. Very sad. But they are still very good. I like Google. And I think if you learn to dance with Google instead of kick Google, you get more out of it. But I'm not crazy. I only want to bid on keywords that generate calls. I only want to have use their Google Ads system because my client is happy. And how I prove that? To put phone tracking numbers on the website. To able to generate calls and every day he can look it up and see how many calls he got, and if he is okay and he has enough business, he probably will not bother you. But if he has a bad month, he probably will look at it. And if he doesn't have something to show for, he's going to question your service, and you don't want that. So that is for the business owner. But now to yourself. Look at yourself. Do you want your mobile phone number on the website? Do you want to get those marketing calls every day? Do you want to, you know, get bothered with all those nonsense deals? No, you don't want, correct? You only want to share your mobile phone number with your friends and with your monthly paying clients. I do share my mobile phone number to my monthly paying clients. Why I do that? Because I prefer a text message above an email. So that's the reason why I do that. And it is also my to do list automatically. But I don't want my phone number all over the internet. But there's something else what I don't want. And maybe you don't. You also don't want. I don't want to miss opportunities. So I don't want that somebody cannot call me. I don't want that somebody wants to get a hold of me and is a higher potentially client. So what is the solution for that? It is easy. You probably know by now. It's phone tracking numbers, correct? You buy a tracking phone number, what kind of probably is related to your area code or close to it, and you link it to your mobile number. At that point, they can still you have the option to answer call or not answer call, but a whole ocean from features will open at that point. You can have to voice match. You can have an AI agent answer the calls. You can have um, an IVR system linked to it. You can do so much, and that is kind of what I want you to get educated in it. So if you don't want to put your mobile phone number on the internet, this training this training is for you. If you log in the call portal, who's familiar with a call tracking platform? Doesn't need to be call CD, can be another one. Enter yes if you are familiar, enter no if you're not familiar. So there are several applications to it. Um, it happened to be that I think call CD is the best and most affordable, but there are other solutions um, like notification, IVR, and since I think 2011, 2010 or so, we released the first version of Call CD, and since then, so more than 13 years, 14 years, is a dedicated programmer working on to make always improvements. If you use the call portal, you probably know Brenda and also Ankit. I don't know if you guys know Ankit. He started to work on it as the first programmer. So Ankit started on it, and then Brenda um, is took it over at some point. So not crazy. Uh, only two programmers have mainly work on it. Yeah, a couple of others as well for some features, but Ankit and Brenda are the main programmers. And Brenda still work and Ankit still work for us. So, um, and you are still with me. Arlene, when did you first join my training? Man, we should have a party 2014. So it's 10 years. 10 years. That is very appreciated. So, and every Tuesday I try to do a training. It must be Christmas Day if I don't do it. Now, back to Colporter. So you see, we do see now, if you look at the screen, the dashboard. Well, actually, that is pretty new. What we know is quick access. And I kind of want to go to added number. Added number, I feel, so you go to calls, track, tracking numbers, and then just do added number. And now we will go to every setting. Because once you understand each setting, you will also see all the opportunities. So here, the campaign name, and you can link to the source of the call, the website name, and then you see you can have AI assistant. Now we dig immediately deep in the content. Uh, will support setup up for you? Yes. So you can ask just to set it up for you. But I have a surprise for you. It is easier than any application you ever used, but we will do it. Okay, we will do it. So no problem. But uh, it is very easy. It's much easier than you think. So you can forward the number. You can have. I only want to call. In that case, would like to take it on. Good. You see here, we should have on the support. You see a Skype, support Skype. You can ask, just use it, and then ask help. You see, Garish? Support Skype, and you just ask for help. Yeah, you forward the number, then the tracking number get forward to uh, your mobile number, probably. You can say, I don't have a phone number. I don't want a phone number. Well, if you don't live in the United States and you kind of don't want to get bothered with in which country or which area you live in, you can just download the mobile app and the call get forwarded to the mobile app. How cool is that? And then the third option is, and we will go a little bit deeper in it. You can have you can have the AI assistant answer call. You can have a robot answering the calls for you. You educate the robot, and it will answer the calls as good as possible. So, what does that mean? Gary, are you here? So, what does it mean if Gary is taking a nap, or is at lunch, or enjoying life, or huh? That means that somebody else, a robot, which speaks like a human, answer the calls, and you educate them, you feed them. and you will be amazed how natural it sounds. It is not pure human, but it's close to human. It is amazingly well. And in a couple of months, maybe sooner, you can upload your audio. This is coming. It's not there yet, but it's coming. You can upload your audio, and the robot will answer in with the accent as yourself. So it looks like Arlene is speaking. It looks like Garrett is speaking. It looks like you are speaking. So you can upload your audio and it gets trained on your accent. And then it looks like you are speaking. So that's where we are. We live in 2024. A lot of things are possible. I already have the base application, and now we add all those AI functionality to it. So and that is just what we were all were looking for, to make digital marketing easier, to use all those AI options, but coming out, what is possible now, add to our business, add our to our digital marketing business, to create emails, to create images, to create videos, to create audio, whatever we need. Gary said, I track all calls to all my websites. Very, very, very good. Gary would educate you. You are so good. So then voice messages. You can say, I don't want to go in the voice message. Or if you do the AI call, you don't do voice messages because the AI robot is answering the call. You can say, I want to have a voice message kick in. And now I don't answer the calls. If I don't answer the calls in 10 seconds, the call porter will answer the call. Or, yes, incoming calls get connected to the voice message. So you go directly to the voice message. And here you can upload the audio, or you can enter the text. Make sense? And you can here add an audio. 3, you can email the audio to your email. You can enable transcribe voice message, that you say, I want not only the audio, but I want the transcription. I don't need to read it or listen to it. And here you get an email template, which I like to receive. You click on the pencil. And then voice message, you can text the voice message also to yourself. Makes sense? So let me go back. You can forward to number, you can have the app only, or you can have the robot answer the call. You can do the voice message none. You don't want the voice message. You can say, I wanted it 10 seconds and incoming. Gary says, there's nothing to think about it. You can track almost any website or less for the $5 per month. Correct. Because a local number is cheap, and typically you don't have that many calls. And if you do, congrats. That means you also have a lot of business. Then the next setting, send text message to caller for missed calls or voice messages. How great is this? The 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 most important thing, I think, is when somebody calls you, you send them a text message back. And in a text message, you can say, just thank you for showing the interest. Please visit my website, or I will follow up. What will that do? It is simple. Look at your phone. Look at the text message you receive today and look at the emails you received today. You think those emails make an impression on you? Hardly correct. You get 100 emails, maybe 200 emails. Huh? You get far too many emails. But what with the text message? Did you read all, and I mean all text message today? Enter yes or no. Did you read all text message today? And the answer is simple. Yes. You not only read all the text message today, you also read them very fast. Likely within a minute. How awesome is that? And if you frame the text message nicely, they will like it, the prospect, the client, the prospect, the client, and they will get back to you or you will follow up. So at that moment, you are connected. And it didn't take you any personal effort. It didn't take you any time of your day. But now all of a sudden, you have a hot lead. And here comes the trick. Let the website start to convert the lead. Put a link from your website in the reply to the text message so they can read and learn more about your service. And then hopefully you have a good conversion on your website, a widget or whatever on your website, and it will become a paying client. And if not, you just follow up the next day while you work for as part of your 4 hours workday. 4 hours work week, that would be the ideal. 1 hour per day, Gary. Actually, 1 hour per day is even better than 4 hours per day. But no, maybe not. You know, I like at least a morning to work. So send text with caller for successful call. Yeah, if they call them, thank you for leaving the message. But still refer them to your website because there's more information. And you can also send an alert to yourself if you have missed a call so you know what's going on. And you can also say, tracking them can also receive text message. If you enable that, they not only can call you, but they can also text you. And then you can choose the ringtone. If you want to record a call, you can enable the greeting. You can enable the whisper message. So when you answer the call, you know which website it is or which label it is for Google Ads, for Google My Business, for website, for print. You can enter that, the whistle message. Then you can enable if you want to know the person name. So we call that caller name lookup. That is very handy if you call them back that you know their name. You can choose if you want to call a phone number or the tracking number. And it is new, at least the interface is new. Now we have a very easy interface of the IVR system. And here you can say press 1, press 2, press 3, and you can audio or you can do voice text and then forward to number. This is really new. So if you have a lot of spam calls, then just enter this program. They have to press 1 because a robot cannot press 1. So you can just have somebody. It's either only for big business. No, that's what I tried to say. It's also for you. So if you have a tracking number and want zero spam calls, I would enable RVR and then only one key, so they have to press one to get a hold of you. And then you will reduce the spam calls a lot because they don't press one. Then you can define opening hours and an email alerts. And this is basically the call portal. Now, be honest to me. Were those settings hard or easy? Did you understand those settings of the call tracking number? It's easy, correct? This interface is 14 years hard work, back and forth with users, see what they like and not like. Huh? Here on the right, we have the Google Doc and a short video, but you will not need them, but you can. So it comes with Google Doc and video for each section. How cool is that? Now, there's one thing I wanted to show is the AI call because that is new and very cool, and I wanted to share with you what the setting is. So if you go to, oh, we have the quick access is new. See the most visited pages, the last visited pages, and the most important number. So that is new. So the navigation is improved. And we go to numbers, and then AI assistant, and click on AI settings. So let's do the call portal. So this is a tracking number, and it is what the robot will say. Hi, this is John. I'm your virtual assistant. How can I help you? Do you have any further questions? If they disconnect the call, and then you can choose a male or female and the accent. Okay, I didn't understand the question. Please rephrase the question. Now here you need to enter, sorry, all the questions, and here you can provide all the answers. And then if you even have a doc URL, you can enter. You can provide the doc URL, a video URL as well, but that's not make too complicated. This can all be edited. You can add a number, you can add a question, add more. Uh, uh, can the questions and answers be edited? Yes, you can easily edit and add a question by yourself. Okay, and then you save it. It's so let me go back to it and go back to the bottom, and it is added. And if the question is close to this, then the robot will edit it. And if the question is close to this will be the robot answer. What I wanted to show you, let's say you have prepared it in an Excel file, you can if you can also automatically generate questions, and you can upload the CSV file. So there is no really you don't need to be a wizard. You can use AI assisted auto questions, and you describe the service, or you can just upload. You can prepare the question and answers, and you can upload the CSV file. Auto questions. Let's say you don't know. I see if I have somebody. Uh, uh, okay, I don't want to override. I don't want to override. I don't want to override the questions. That's a little bit hard. But if you click on this, you can describe the niche and it will provide questions and answers related to the niche. So you can enter plumber and it will generate the most logical question and answer a caller asks when they call a plumber. So you have a starting point and then you can update it to your like. So it will help you to generate question and answers. But if you already have question and answer, yeah, then you don't do it. Yeah. So is there anything you guys want to see about the call portal? Let me go over all the features. That was kind of make every phone call count. Yeah, why are you doing that? So one is we have to split it up. You as your for your personal and for your business. For yourself is you don't want to lose sales opportunity. But the other hand is you don't want to put your mobile phone on the internet. So a phone tracking number is a good solution for that. And for business owners, they want to see which advertisement works. Do I get the calls from the website? Do I get the call for YouTube? Do I get the call for Google Business Profile? Do you get the call for Google Ads? I want to know where I get those calls from. And if I pay somebody else, I want to know if I get the most out of it. Yeah, will take your phone call handling to the next level, never lose business. The Mr. Miller will turn every missed call into text message conversation. Correct. So you want that we discussed with a show that you send them a text message back, and once you text them back and they text you back, you have a conversation via text message. And this is actually what I prefer by myself. I rather text somebody than I call someone. Separate your business call from your personal call. Very important. Keep your life private. Connect with people the way they prefer to connect you. They can call you. They can text you. Effortless call tracking for businesses so they know which marketing platform works the best. And then the artificial intelligence agent can answer call you're not available. So the AI robot, and he has some examples of the conversation. You can call this number and check it out. Let me put that in chat. You call this number and check out the robot. Call tracking, call recording, SMS forwarding, report analysis. Press 1 to connect the IVR, voicemails, custom greeting, for importing numbers if you have tracking number from another platform, spam blocking, voicemail notification, missed call notification, automatically can generate reports, emails, call details. You know, attribute for inbox calls, manage client easily, and handling phone calls for digital marketing, for agency, and business owners. And here is kind of a demo, and you get a mobile app with it. And I use it myself, the mobile app, a lot. Here all the features summarized, and you create an account, forward the number, select if you want a toll-free number for your number or just a regular local number, and then it is done. Start call and text messages. That's it. So the sales page, I think, is very detailed and also easy to understand. Okay. Yeah, there's a white label option in it inside the application. You will love it because you order your own domain. According to Google, 62% of contractor calls go unanswered. Wow. What would you do, or at least what is your impression when you call a contractor, say, let's say a plumber, and the call doesn't get answered? What would you do and think? First impression is the service is not as good as expected. Second thing is I'm impatient. Let's try another service. Let's try another business. You might call back another time, but if that other business answered the calls and took a professional stand, and you might just decide for the second business who answer the calls. So answer calls is very important. There's one thing what will save them, I think, and that is the text message. That is, you stay connected. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I will get back to you as soon as possible. No, I still feel connected. I reward. I can understand that they are busy, and as long as I call them back within 5 10 minutes, I can still save it and say, "Hey, Christopher, sorry, I was speaking with another client. How can I help you? How will I come across? Somebody get back to me?" And are very busy, so I better hire them too because they follow up and they are busy, so they must be good. It's kind of you drive by a restaurant and one restaurant has no cars and another restaurant has a lot of cars. Which restaurant do you pick? You probably go to that restaurant that has a lot of cars. Their business is probably good because people are using that restaurant. And it's the same for somebody who's very busy, but still the service needs to be good. They can excuse that at the moment there's a waiting time, but they need to follow through that in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I get a call back. And that's all what the call porter can do. You remember to send a text message for missed calls. And you call them back. And you excuse, okay, sorry, I'm busy. I will call you back in 5 minutes. So there's so much opportunity with the call portal. Also for yourself, like Gary, you only want to work 4 hours, and he said, "Sorry, I'm out of office. I will get back to you in tomorrow between 8 and 12." And now the expectation is set, and if Gary follows up between 8 and 12, probably the caller is still okay that Gary didn't answer the call and follow up when he promised to follow up. So the call portal is one of those elements you need to have in your business for yourself and for your clients. It's not an option anymore. It's 2024. We need to track calls. We need to position as professionals. You want to generate leads. The lead starts with a phone call. I hope this training helped you understand that phone tracking is actually easy with the call portal. We are all about easy interface and providing service. If you have any questions, just reach out to me, support@jackhom.com, and we are happy to help you with any question you have. We will do the setup, we will do the put the phone number on your website, we will do whatever it takes you want us to do. Thanks so much and see you on the next training.